Yes, you are right. The remedy is Ledum Pal. Ledum Pal Mind. It's a remedy for injury with sharp instruments, punctured wounds, like you just saw. So, how does the injury for Ledum start? So, the injury is at the physical level, injury is also at the mental level. So, for Ledum, the injury is indignation. So, the rubric is ailments from indignation. Like a movie, you have before interval, after interval. Same way, for Ledum, it is before injury and after injury. So, what is indignation? To elaborate, indignation means righteous anger. Indignation comes from the Latin word indignus, which means unworthy or unfair. So, if you see someone behaving very unfairly, the anger which you have is called indignation. For example, if in a class the teacher gives 10 extra marks to people sitting to students sitting on the first row, the anger which you get out of the unfair behavior on part of the teacher is called indignation. So Ledum Pal ailments from indignation. So what happens after this unfair behavior, which is he feels is unfair? It might not be unfair. Let me tell you that. So he gets angry. So you and I both will get angry if we feel something is unjust, right? So how does Ledum get angry? The anger is violent. So the rubric is anger violent. Now, if you go and talk to Ledum in such a state of mind when he's angry because of indignation, he's angry, he's violent, do you think he'll talk to you? Do you think he'll answer your questions in the way you want? Do you think he will answer your questions not ignoring them? So the rubrics are answer, refusing to answer, answering, refusing to answer, answering irrelevantly, again, answering, refusing to answer, and answering irrelevantly are the rubrics. Okay. So this is how Ledum Pal actually reacts after indignation. But why does he do so? So what are the reasons for doing such a thing? So first of all, let us understand that Ledum Pal is actually coward in the rubric cowardice. He's a coward. So he does not have the guts to actually, get back or bounce back because of the indignation to prove to prove his worth to the world. Also, he is malicious. What is malicious? Malicious in Hindi means durbhavna purna. Someone who is liking the suffering of others is malicious. I repeat, someone who likes or is liking the suffering of others is malicious. So why does indignation affect Ledum so much? We all in the world see so many things which we don't like, but we don't react to them. So why does Ledum react so much to indignation? The first rubric which comes to my mind, or the first word is inconstancy. What is inconstancy? Someone who is not constant. What do you mean constant? There is a nice proverb which means change is the only constant. This is the summary of Ledum. I repeat, change is the only constant. So the world is always changing. So Ledum is always changing. But don't take that in a positive way. Take that in a negative way. He is changing because he is not fixed. He is changing because he does not know what to do. He is changing because he is confused. So the rubric is inconstancy. The main rubric, which I feel is the crux of Ledum, is irresolute changeable. I repeat, irresolute changeable. The source is jar. So you can know how authentic the rubric is when jar says it. What does irresolute mean? Okay. So you go to the word resolute. So what does resolute mean? Resolute means certainty. So what does irresolute means? Irresolute means someone who feels that he is confused about what is the decision to be made. Someone who does not know what is to be done in the situation. Someone who is very, 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 very fidgety. Someone who does not know to take the hard decisions. So irresolute, changeable. So there are two words. Irresolute actually means changeable, but the rubric the word is added changeable. So you know how changeable this guy is. He doesn't know what to do. So that is why he does not know what to digest. So whenever there is something which does not come according to his wishes, he cannot digest it. Failure is very hard to process. failure is very hard to digest. But a successful man, moves on with his failures because he learns from them. Ledum doesn't learn from them. He takes them in a bad way. And he hates those people who do not behave according to him. Or he hates those people who actually have been unfairly behaving with him or the society. So, what is the rubric for this? The rubric is hatred for persons who have offended him. Also, if someone does something against his wishes, he does not like it. He will not tolerate it. So, the rubric is contradiction intolerant of. So, now let us see what our source books have to say about basically Ledum Pal. So, Clark very minutely mentions Ledum Pal. He says he's a loner. He likes to stay alone. He's dissatisfied. He hates his fellow beings. And then there is a very nicely word which is said. He says imperturbable gravity. Imperturbable gravity. You remember the second expression which I gave in the video? This one. A serious look. A very serious, earnest look. Takes everything seriously. I will tell you what is the king rubric. I say king rubric. King rubric means if you see this in the patient, you can give Ledum Pal blindfolded. So this is the one. This is the king rubric or the king symptom, which the boss of homeopathy or the father of homeopathy, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, has said. Just read it. It says, all day great seriousness. He regards everything that happened to him in a serious and thoughtful manner. वो दिन भर कोई भी चीज हुई है उसके बारे में सोचते रहता है, सिर्फ सोचते रहता है, इतना सोचा हुआ रहता है कि वो सोच में डूब जाता है. He gets drowned in the thoughts. So Hahnemann has very lightly, very perfectly pointed out that Ledum Pal is serious after the injury. He keeps thinking about that injury. So that was about Ledum Pal. To summarize in short, there's a nice song which says, "Kata laga, hai laga." So what exactly is this Kata laga? So Kata laga is the things which happen after Ledum. Okay. So I have kept the best for the last. So I've prepared a nice small picture which tells you the characters of Ledum. So let's see that picture. So Ledum Pal is ailments from sharp injuries, ailments from mosquito bite, ailments from rat bite, ailments after haircut, ailments after ill effects of haircut, ailments after ill effects of alcohol. Next, the rheumatism of Ledum Pal begins in the feet, it goes upwards, exactly opposite to Kalmian. Then there is inflammation and pain of the ball of the great toe. If there is a headache, Ledum Pal will not like uncovering. And the last one, the last picture is he likes to keep his feet in cold water. Now, a homework for you is you can see the small baby crying and there's 2x written below that. I want you to write in the comment section what exactly this picture means. Look at it very carefully. Read Borik Fatak, all the source books you have, and please comment about what this baby is actually trying to say and the word 2x. Thank you so much for listening patiently. This is Dr. Avishkar Zagade, your family homeopath, signing off. Happy learning.